and welcome back to my channel. And let's see, I hope that you have been enjoying all of my videos that I've been putting out this week. This is the last video for this week, but I will be vlogging next week, and I'll talk about that more later in this video. But I've been enjoying posting these videos for you guys so you can see everything that I read in the past year and all of that stuff. Also, I wanted to mention that on my Kindle, I actually finished my last book of the year. I forgot to mention that what I rated my final book of the year, so I wanted to do that first. But this is going to be, if you can see by the title, I'm going to be telling you what I'm going to be reading for the month of January. And the book that I read for my final book, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it is Winter House by Ben Gutterson. And this book was actually really good, and it was a great way to end 2022 with a wintry style book. It gave off very much like Harry Potter, Nancy Drew, and Green Glass House vibes. Like, it was all around a very good storyline, and I would recommend reading it. I think I'm going to pick up the second and third book of the series sometime this year. I'm not sure when, but that will be on my TBR sometime this year. And then I also wanted to mention that I did give it 4 stars. So there is that rating. I forgot to mention that in my 3 to 4 star video. But there's that. And then so for January, right now that I know of, there is one readathon that I am going to be participating in the second full week of January. So not this coming up week not the week that we just had, but this coming up week there is a readathon happening. It's called the New Year New Reads readathon, and it's hosted by Keisha from A Book Like You, Gabby from Gabbing About Books, Gwen from Lavender Mud, and Summer from Seasons Readings. So those are the host for the readathon. If you want to check it out, you can check out their videos or even go check them out on Instagram. But the prompts for them, I'm pulling it up on my phone so I can remember what the prompts are. There is only 3 reading prompts, but there are a few, there's a few live shows, and then there's also 3 photo prompts for Instagram. And my the 3 books that I have for those are actually going to be, let's see, read a new to you author, which technically they're not like, they are author, but they're a celebrity author, if that makes sense. But I really want to read Tom Felton's book, Behind the Wand, and I'll pop a picture of it up here if you've never seen it before, but if you're a book lover like me, you probably know what it looks like. But I'm going to read that one for that prompt. Then I have read a book you didn't get to in 2022, which I kind of hinted at in one of my last videos, but it is Really Truly. This is the 3rd book of the series, the Absolutely Truly series. And it is, it's one that I just didn't happen to read because I got into a slump after I read the first 2, even though they have been some of my favorites, but it's just like, my brain just did not want to read anymore after that because I had read so much in October and everything. And so I didn't want to not read it. So that's going to be part of this this readathon. And then my 3rd prompt is to read the newest book on your shelf. And actually, my newest book is 9 Liars. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on my things. For some reason, my camera is like not reading my face right for some reason. But anyways, it's called 9 Liars, and it's the 5th book of the Truly Devious series. And actually, my Kindle says I can finish it in 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I'm tempted to do that. However, I kind of want to stretch it out for this first week of January. So by the time this video goes up, I will have this finished and read, but I'm actually cheating a little bit with the readathon and going ahead and reading it because I just cannot wait any longer to read this book. And so that will be read this week, and then the week of the readathon, I'm just going to read Tom's book and Really Truly, just so that I can like dip my toes into my reading schedule this year and kind of like not go full force with it, but I just want to like I don't want to put myself in another slump really early on into the year. And also I feel like I won't be in a slump this year, hopefully, because of having my Kindle. And one thing I love about my Kindle is that you can, I mean, if you one thing I love about having a Kindle, I don't know if any of you don't have them and are looking to get one, one of my favorite features that I've noticed is that it tells you how quickly it'll take you to read each chapter, but also the whole book in one whole, like how many hours it would take you to read it. And which I think is so cool, because some books I'm like, oh, that's gonna take me 5 days to read it, but in reality it could only take me like 3 hours to read it. So I'm excited to have that feature on my Kindle so that it will help me read way more books, because I will be able to read a lot more books in like less than 24 hours, or like, you know, in 24 hours or whatever. So that's gonna be really fun for reading challenges for YouTube this year. And so that's what I have for my first readathon that's happening this year, and kind of how I'm going into the new year. And then my other books that I have in my TBR, I'm kind of mood reading the rest of the month, because I don't really know kind of what I want to read in a way, but I have a list of books on my TBR cart next to me. Let me see what I can pull from this list. So this book, I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I got it from my neighbor, and it's from Joanne Fluke. It's Caramel, however you say that, Pecan Roll Murder, and it's basically like a bakery murder mystery series, and it seems very interesting. I haven't read it yet, so it is on my TBR, but I don't know if I'll get to it in January or if it will stay on my TBR. I'm not really sure, but this is one that I've had for a few months that I just have not gotten to, so I put it on my cart to hopefully maybe read. Another book I've talked about in one of my videos this past year is because I picked it up at one of the little libraries in my town, and it is actually a book of the month, and it was from 2020, but it's called The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. And it's giving like Lifetime murder mystery vibes, like Lifetime movie. So I'm very excited to read this book at some point. I don't know if I'll get it to January, but this is a hopeful maybe. And then the ones that I definitely want to get to in January are these 3 Colleen Hoover books, which I've mentioned in a previous video. But one of them is Layla, and this book I've heard a lot of people like it better than Verity, and I'm a little like I really want to read it now so that I can see if I prefer Verity over this, or if I like this one better, because that's the only Colleen Hoover book I've read so far. And I also I've turned into one of those people that they have this book on Kindle Unlimited, and instead of me reading the physical copy of it like I should, because I've had this book for months now, but because I have it on my Kindle now, I went ahead and downloaded off of Kindle Unlimited because it was free, and I'm gonna read it on my Kindle, and so I can see like how many. I like to look at the hours and the minutes on my Kindle, so I wanted to read it that way instead of the physical copy, but I do have the physical copy of it. And then the other 2 are the series of It Starts With Us and It Ends With Us. These 2 are ones that I definitely want to get to by the end of January. So that is on my list. Another one that I have, which I don't know if I'll read again in January, but I really want to do a reread of the Magpie Society. I feel like I've read the series like every year the past couple of years since this series has come out, and it's just such a good series. So I think I want to reread it either in January or sometime within the year. And then I also have, I think I'm going to save these for middle grade March actually, but I'll go ahead and share them in this video. But one other series of mine that I really want to reread is the book Scavenger series. And if you have never read this series, and you love books, this would be a great series to start reading with and get you out of a slump, or just like, get you into like the book world. This series is so cute, and it's like, I just love the covers of all of them. There's an Alcatraz book. There's this one that's a little bit bigger and thicker, but these are it's the full series, and basically it's like a Willy Wonka kind of vibes, where a man created a game for book lovers where you go and you hide books around your town, and then you leave a clue online for them to find it, and you can make the clues as easy or as hard as you want them to be. And it's like a race to try to find as many books as you can, and you get like different tiers and different things like that. And then the guy ended up creating a game, and whoever won got like a prize, and basically all three of them are different games that he has created. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's very like, if you like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and you like books, this would be a good read to read. But that's probably what I'm wanting to reread it, because I've read it a couple of years ago, and I really want to, I'll probably end up reading it for middle grade March. But that is pretty much the books that I can think of right now that I am planning on reading, and I'll probably still be reading through Harry Potter. And yeah, that's pretty much all of my January TBR of what I have in store. If I find other books that I want to read, I may change it. So you'll just have to wait and see what I pick for the whole month of my reading once I put out my January wrap-up video at the end of the month. Or just follow me on Instagram or keep up with my videos, because I will most likely be sitting and talking about them throughout the month. And yeah, so my battery is about to die. That is my cue to say goodbye. This is my last video of me filming for the day. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great new year. I hope you're having a wonderful new year so far, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!